I'm going to tell you why we don't see change in the world, why we don't get justice. We don't get justice in a timely manner. And that's because the majority of people do not listen to the survivors. We're seeing a real-time event happen where people were not listening to the survivors. I myself am a survivor, and people don't listen to me. These stories are outrageous, and that's, they'll say, well, that's never happened to me. It shouldn't have to happen to you for you to want to listen to a survivor's story of what has happened to them. How many wrongs have been created. How many things we've had to survive through. Instead, we have people who always counter. They're not really... They might hear some noises come out of your mouth. They may hear a few of your words. But they'll come back with some solution that they think will work. And really what that is a dismissal. Why don't you do this? Why couldn't you have done that? Because if we could have or would have done that, it wasn't a choice. We don't have these options. Not everybody has the same options. And those with resources, make sure that those of us without resources continue not to have them. What I would never wish upon anybody is all the pain from this. Not just the emotional, but the actual physical pain. And yes, it physically hurts. It physically hurts to be in anguish. It physically hurts to not be heard. Especially in a timely manner when people could have prevented this. We could have prevented what's happening now in this country, in so many countries. If people would have just listened to the survivors, maybe the majority would have made a better decision. Maybe their decisions doesn't really matter. It just always comes down to the electors. Whoever the electors are. But I'll tell you now, as individuals, we don't have electors. We either have resources or we don't. We either survive or we don't. You can either listen or you don't. I'm trying to prevent more harm. And I'm in agony. I picked up something I shouldn't have because I had to. If you can support in any way, just please go to Drea's Journey to Health and Safety. We need help. We need a lot of help. I'm a survivor that's not being heard. Thanks for your time.